Have you ever tried to reason with someone who has dementia only to feel like you're speaking to a brick wall? You explain, you clarify, you repeat, but they just don't get it. You might walk away frustrated, thinking they're being stubborn, difficult, or just not listening. But here's the hard truth. Backhand index pointing right, the mistake isn't theirs. It's in how we're trying to communicate. And this isn't your fault. In fact, it's the way we've been taught to talk our entire lives. In this video, I'll reveal the number one communication mistake dementia caregivers make without even realizing it, and more importantly, I'll show you how to fix it with one simple shift that could change your entire relationship. Stick with me, because what you'll learn today might save you years of stress and bring more peace to both your life and your loved ones. As caregivers, we do what comes naturally. You already ate lunch. This is your home. Remember, the doctor said you can't drive anymore. We lean on logic, reasoning, facts, because that's what works with everyone else in our lives. But in dementia care, logic breaks down. Why? Because dementia isn't just about memory loss, it's about changes in the brain's ability to process information. Imagine trying to listen to a podcast, but your headphones are tuned to a different frequency. No matter how clearly the host speaks, you won't understand a word. That's exactly how it feels for someone with dementia when we try to explain things logically. Here's the metaphor I use. You're on channel A. They're stuck on channel D. You're both speaking English, but your messages simply don't connect. It's not their fault and it's not yours. But if we keep trying to broadcast on our own channel, we're only creating more confusion, fear, and frustration. So, what do we do instead? We stop trying to correct, and we start trying to connect. Let go of being right. Focus instead on being received. Because if they can't process our explanations, what matters more is: what are they feeling? What are they afraid of? What do they need to feel safe? Connection trumps correction every single time. Let me share a story from a support group I led last year. A woman named Lisa was caring for her mother, who had mid-stage Alzheimer's. Her mom kept insisting she didn't need any help at home, despite clearly struggling with hygiene and cleaning. Lisa tried everything, reasoning, pleading, reminding her mom that the doctor recommended in-home care. It always ended in arguments or tears. One day, Lisa changed her approach. She remembered how much her mom loved being helpful and missed her days teaching Sunday school. So she said, "Mom, there's someone coming over tomorrow who needs a little advice. She's been asking about the Bible, and I thought you'd be the perfect person to talk to her." Her mom's eyes lit up. Suddenly, she wasn't being helped, she was being needed. The caregiver wasn't an aide, she was a guest. And just like that, the door opened, literally and emotionally. What Lisa did was genius, not because she tricked her mom, but because she tuned into her mom's reality. She dropped the facts and tapped into her mother's identity, values, and sense of purpose. That's the key. Dementia changes memory, but it doesn't erase personality. If your loved one was once a teacher, a nurse, a parent, a pastor, those roles still carry emotional power. Use them. Meet them where they are. Not where you want them to be. So again, the number one mistake we make as caregivers? Using logic and reasoning to try and change behavior. And it's so understandable. We do it because it feels natural. But if we keep trying to explain, we end up pushing our loved one away. If we instead try to relate, we bring them closer. Here's what to do instead, step by step. Pause. Notice when you're about to explain the truth. Identify their emotional state. Are they scared? Confused? Angry? Enter their world. Acknowledge their experience instead of contradicting it. Use cues from their past. What were they proud of? What topics light them up? Reframe the ask. Don't say, "You need help bathing." Say, "Someone needs your advice on something." You're not being dishonest. You're communicating in their language. One of my clients, Michael, was caring for his father, a former military sergeant. His dad refused to take medication, claiming, "I don't need that junk." Instead of insisting, Michael began saying, "Time for your mission briefing, Captain. The doc says this one's critical for completing today's operation." Framed as a mission, not a medication, his father snapped into role and complied. It worked because it respected who he used to be. When we stop arguing with dementia and start aligning with it, we stop creating unnecessary suffering. You don't have to win an argument. You just have to preserve trust. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't for your loved one to understand. The goal is for them to feel safe, seen, and supported. So here's your takeaway. Don't try to force logic into a brain that can't hold it. Tune into the emotional frequency. Lead with compassion, not correction. And remember, every time you choose connection over control, you are giving your loved one the dignity they deserve. That's what makes you not just a caregiver, but a care warrior. If this message resonated with you, consider subscribing for more real, practical advice that puts empathy first. And if you're ready for more personalized support, check out the link in the description. We have a caregiver support program with tools, coaching, and real-life solutions like the ones we talked about today. You're not alone, and you don't have to do this the hard way.